Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Torment Tides of Numenera. This is a game that is greatly growing on me, guys. I have been looking forward to playing this one for quite some time, and now that we're in it, it's kind of addictive. I did have to take a break from the last episode to this one, just because it was really late at night, but now that we're back into it, I'm thinking we're going to be shooting, another 3 or 4 episodes today because, I want to see what happens. I want to see more of the storyline. So we got a few companions here, and one of the things I went ahead and did in between this episode and the last one is look at, what they have. You can come in here, you can click on them, and you can see the different abilities that they have. This guy's more of a melee type guy, and she seems more of a range type, person. So you can look at what they have. They have war just like we do, practice with light and medium weapons. So they have the ability to use a little bit more weapons than we do at the moment. Heavy weapons are still too unwieldy for him. Effort on defense, dazzle, which dazes the creature, healing touch, which is really going to come in handy. That's really quite nice to have. And then living tattoos. I don't know what all this does just yet. We're going to learn it as we go along, of course. Resourcefulness, +1 training level and cipher use skills. You spent enough time in the Numenera to handle them more safely, which is kind of nice. She has light weapons, definitely, as her thing. Defense, onslaught. Onslaught is something we had the ability to get, but we didn't quite go that route. Dimensional superposition. Yeah, it sounds kind of cool. Teleports to a spot within 10 meters, then gain the phase fettle. So that's kind of cool. And then this one right here, which is a field that makes affected targets vulnerable to one type of damage. So that's kind of interesting as well. If you go into your inventory, you can see what they're wearing. The weapons, they do look like they can be moved around to different people if you really want to. 2 physical damage, which is the exact same as mine, so I'm going to keep it that way. However, the equipment, her actual look, her body armor, this has to stay on her. It can't even be unequipped right now. So maybe at some point when they become like an actual part of my party, if they ever do, we'll be able to do that. And he has this weapon right here, a mace, 3 physical damage. So it's a medium bashing weapon, which is why I can't use it, because I don't have medium. I think I have light weapons. So you can see right there. One other thing I was looking at that might play a role is this cipher limit over here. I was kind of looking at that, and right now my cipher limit is 4. How many items I can carry safely without getting a cipher sickness. I have 3 over here right now. So actually, I think is it just this the only one? No, I think these are all 3 are ciphers. So we might have to worry about who carries what, and kind of spread the love out here and there. So that might come play a role in the game. I don't know. Again, just learning it as we go. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of here and see what they have. Mouse scroll wheel controls camera zoom. Right mouse button closes menu and pop-ups. Okay, that's kind of actually good information. It's going to help me out to move around a little quicker rather than having to click the X every single time. And I might be able to zoom out a little bit more and see a little bit more of my surroundings without having to actually move in that area. So let's try that here. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at the freaking hole that my guy made. That is massive. Let's go ahead and click on it and see what he says. This jagged hole is where you crash through the dome. Okay, let's look around a little bit more before we move anywhere else. Ooh, what is this? Although this cube hovers in the air, you can feel the ground shudder when it vibrates. Huh, okay, well that, oh, there's stuff underwater too. The water is clear, almost unnatural, so revealing ruins upon ruins as far as you can see. It's kind of beautiful though, I like the way it looks. A long cable extends from the spout, but at the point where it dips below the water, it's been snapped in half. Okay, so that once did something. Maybe we can repair that and get that to do it again, but for now, it's not going to work. Let's see, what if we come over here? What is this? Okay, there's something we can interact with, but let's look around a little bit more before we interact with anything. Just want to make sure that we don't miss anything up here. Okay, let's come over here to that. I guess that's the only thing we can mess around with right now. 2 floating cones whirling and spin deliriously around each other, giggling like children being tickled. The air around them smells of sweet burning leaves. What are you? Touch a cone as it passes quick fingers. Watch them for patterns. Let's see. Let's ask them what they are. I mean, maybe they will answer. I doubt it, though. But the cones continue whirling and laughing like entrapped dancers, giving no sign that they've heard you. So yeah, I didn't think they were going to do anything there. Well, let's watch for a pattern real quick before we touch them. See if we can figure out what's going on. And we gain 2 experience points for actually observing what's going on there. The longer you stare at these artifacts, the more you're convinced that they turn faster when their spiraling paths cross each other. Lore mystical. Their edges seem to trace faint glowing lines that twine around each other, resembling a rope fastening to some invisible point beyond this time and place. So let's go ahead and touch the cone and see if that does anything. Okay, so we want to go with easy or routine. I'm going to go with routine. And we succeed. Nice. You managed to graze one of them with the tip of your fingers. Rorn, a voice says, and your vision is stolen from you. A moon hangs over you, but it's not the one you recognize. It's black and in a pearl white sky. Thick, flat asteroids orbit it like a petal in the wind. You feel questing tendrils at your ankle, and the hot wind on your face smells of scorched hair and grief. That doesn't sound very pleasant. Sounds like something bad has happened. Your vision returns. The cone hangs motionless for only a second before resuming their giggling dance. Well, the fact that they can giggle while they have such visions like that going through is a talent right there. So let's go ahead and leave those cones alone. I think we got all the information we can get out of that. Let's come up here and take a look at this thing in close person. Maybe we can do something with it. I don't know if we get close enough to it. No, it still won't do anything. What about we can we can come up here. Sorry guys, we can come up here and click on these objects, but we're not going to do that just yet. I don't want to leave anything unearthed. I want to make sure we see everything that there is to see. Oh, and there's something over here we can click on. So let's come over here and look at the hands or the tendrils coming out of the water. A tangled cluster of metallic tendrils grow from the depths of the nearby water. Strangely, they resemble clawed aliens' hands, most of which have 7 or 8 fingers. Let's see, examine the cluster or break off one of the hands smashing. Now, we're going to examine it first. The hands sway softly, but their movements are difficult to follow. Watching them for too long makes you feel nauseated. Apart from the hands themselves, you don't notice anything of interest in the cluster. Yeah, let's go ahead and break off one of those. We're going to go with hard or challenging. Effort level 1, effort level 0. Jeez, impossible. I don't think we're going to be able to do this one, to be honest. We'll try hard. Oh, wow, that definitely looked like it hurt me. Okay, break off one of the hands. We failed. You grab hold of one of the wrists and pull it with all your strength, but the stem is stronger than it looks. Hidden layers of thin, incredibly sharp spines, some sort of defense mechanism, emerge from the metallic surface and pierce your flesh, burrowing into the meat beneath. Oh my god, that sounds painful. The pain quickly subsides, replaced by a numb but oddly pleasant sensation. You feel an icy liquid flowing, hardening over your bones and tendons of your arm. When you clench your fist, veins of steel shine through the bloody skin. Took 1 damage to might pool, permanently gain 1 might pool. Maximum might pool is now 9. So we took 1 damage, but we actually gained some experience from that one. So not too bad. Try pulling on another hand of the cluster. I mean, we could try it, but I don't think it's going to do anything. I think we're just going to take damage. But let's go ahead and give it a shot and see what happens. You wrap your hands around another one of the wrist and pull with all your strength. Eventually, gasping, you give up. The tendrils seem thicker and stronger now, as if they fortified themselves against you. So maybe you only have that 1 shot to do that if you have the skill. So we might have, been better off kind of waiting and just seeing how that works out. But hey, we gave it a shot just to see what happens. A mantle black obelisk floats in midair above the water. It has sharp, curved sides that converge to a glowing tip that brightens or dims with the passing of the bay's faint breeze. Lean out and touch the obelisk. I guess we can do that. It's the only choice we really have. You raise your hand towards the obelisk. Dull green lights wells from within the black stone, fixed on you like a furious eye. Algarim, I knew someone who did what you're about to do, Algarim says casually. A non-priest. A beam came out of the top of that thing and ripped his face off. Made a fancy nightlight out of his crystal necklace, though. But hey, I'm sure you know what you're doing. So, you could have told me that before I reached my hand out, but Castell, oh, hush. At least that poor priest died in service of his curiosity rather than stumbling about the coast, complaining and feeling sorry for himself. Go ahead if you must, she tells you, ignoring Grim's glare, but do be careful. Reach out toward the obelisk or stretch your crystal shard towards the obelisk. I don't know. I mean, let's try the crystal shard and see what happens. Let's go back up. Carefully, oh, we got some experience of that. Carefully, you level the shard at the obelisk, and a superheated beam lances from the tip of the structure into the crystal, sending vibrations up your arm and suffusing the shard with a warm green glow. 3 gain for experience. Item lost, crystal shard. Item gained is the infused crystal shard. So I'm not gonna reach out and touch that thing. If that thing does that much to the crystal shard, yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. Let's go into our inventory real quick. Actually, that's the wrong button right there. Let's go into the actual inventory and see what this looks like now. So we got 3 physical damage on it from now on. It used to be 2, and now it's 3. Stat pool used for effort is speed. You scavenge this crystal shard from the wreckage of the Changing God's resonant chamber. It is a sharp, and that's the same thing I said before, right? Oh, but then at the very bottom it says it's been infused with the obelisk power. Okay, so it does give you a little update on what it's doing. What about this one? This one uses speed as well. I just kind of want to get a feel for, and this one uses might. So we just need to look out for something that does magic, because that's kind of the route I want to go down. Okay, let's come up here and take a look at some of this black crud here on the ground. I don't know what that is, but it looks very ominous. A bubbling mass of sludge floats on the surface of the water. Every once in a while, an oily node separates from it and hurls into the sky. You catch momentarily glimpses of muck-coated objects in the putrid mass. Examine the sludge, attempt to retrieve the objects trapped in the sludge. Let's go ahead and examine it first. Seems to be the best bet. Carefully, you lean closer to the heaving mass. After a moment's study, you notice that the globular rising into the sky always contains something, be it a shining core of unattained seawater or a tiny fish, lore machinery. The currents within the sludge move in a repeating pattern that suggests mechanical functions rather than organic life. Let's go ahead and try it. We do got quick fingers. Man, moderate, challenging. I think we're gonna go with, let's go with moderate and see how that works out for us. Success! The next time sunlight strikes the object's streaked surface, you're ready. You snatch it from the oily mass and clean it as best as you can. We got some glass from that, so I'm not sure whether that awful muck is harmless or if you are immensely lucky. Either way, do go on poking things, dear. It's quite entertaining. Search for more objects. Yeah, let's go ahead and search for more objects. You spot no other mysterious objects in the bubbling mass. Wait for more treasure to surface? Let's give it a shot. Minutes tick past as you patiently wait beside the mass of sludge. Nothing surfaces. Let's try it one more time. Nothing. Yeah, I don't think anything else is going to pop up there. Let's go back into our inventory and we'll go ahead and check it again, see what this is. This device is made of 6 conjoined glass spheres. When used, the glass spheres take over the senses and floods the user with profound pleasure. The user cannot see, hear, smell, taste, or feel anything in the immediate surrounding during this time. Instead, the glass grants the experience of whatever is most desired. Be eating a sumptuous meal, engaged in a sexual act with one or more people she desires, or simply sitting comfortably in a beautiful landscape. This infuses the user with renewed energy, after which the glass sphere goes dull and cannot be used again. So it grants a free recovery roll on use, and you have to use it on yourself. So that's kind of interesting. We got something nice out of that one. Not, what is this? A yawning intake marks the front of a long dead construct. Inside the middle is pitted black and ancient. What is this? A cable connecting to the sprout collection device. The nozzle looks like it has been attached to another machine at one time. Okay, so that one's still broken. The device is collecting black goop from somewhere underwater and pumping it to the nearby spout. Okay, so we got stuff over here. The strained lines and rippling forms of the sunken building are dramatically different from the architecture above the water. Let's see. Can we see anything over here? No, we cannot. Not just yet. Okay, so let's check out what's going on with this door. I don't really want to go through it, but maybe they'll give us a description first. The middle door is thick, heavy, and unmarked by time. Double rows of circular bumps run horizontal and vertical across its surface. It is firmly sealed. Examine the door more carefully. The middle surface is infused with minuscule threads that are barely visible to the human eye. They only run in straight lines and right angles, and they seem to converge at the circular bumps. Upon closer inspection, you notice that each of the bumps is unique. Some have flat surfaces, others are actually many-sided polygons, and a few are marked by tiny apertures. I bet that's how you're going to open it. Unfortunately, you don't see anything that resembles a knob, keyhole, or access device. You try touching both the flat planes of the door and the small bumps, but nothing happens. Yeah, let's go ahead and knock on it. What can hurt? You knock lightly at first, then harder. The door makes no sound at all, nor does it shudder or yield. There's no one home, dear. Hasn't been for thousands of years. She peers at the door. One of my colleagues at the order claimed that she got inside, but I don't believe her. Okay, so we're gonna need a little bit more help getting inside that, maybe from that colleague. I'm gonna come over here and just take a look around, see if I can find anything to examine on this end. Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, so let's run over here, guys, and get up here and check out the stuff through the light bridge, which is fairly cool looking. I like the way that looks. And my companions are, they're lagging behind a little bit, but that's all right. We kind of want them to, go at their own pace. Let's look at whatever this is. Oh, is it freezing? It's going to do a little video? It's doing something here. Oh, here comes some people. Oh, look at their armor. That's pretty cool. I like their cloaks. Or their capes or whatever, the little thing that hangs off of the back of him right there with his little bow, it actually looks like is what he's using. Crossbow, maybe? Qorro. Yeah, as you step onto what looks like the back of an enormous construct, 4 strangers approach you. In the lead is a wiry man with parallel scars running from cheek to collarbone on the left side of his face. He gives you a welcoming smile, pulling on gray gloves embedded with pulsating lights. He's about to say something to you when he notices Castell. Cal, I thought you'd sworn off traveling the reef. Found anything tasty? His eyes travel up and down both you and Algren. Castell, odds and ends, Qorro. Nothing that would interest you, I'm sure. Her words are calm, but she has gone quite still. Scan thoughts. What is he doing here? He has something up his sleeves. I know it. Castell, is something wrong? Turn to Qorro. What do you want? May we pass? Or let Qorro and Castell talk. Let's see. We're going to let them talk. We're just going to sit here and observe for a little bit and see what they have to say to each other. Qorro, his hands curled into a fist at his side. I was wondering, specifically, if you had seen a falling star that landed near her not long ago. I've seen nothing of the sort, dear Qorro. Her lips closely, thinly. Yeah, so he's looking for you, actually. What about your friends? He turns to you. I know most of the draft that scavenge the reef here these days. It is a rare pleasure to see a new face. Nice scars. How did you get them? What are those gloves for? Where did this star land? It wasn't a star. Truth, I fell from the sky. There's no star. I'd be honest with you. I saw the star, but don't know where it landed. Deception. You're in my way. Move, or I'll make you move. So let's try to find out as much information from him as possible before we tell him anything. I don't know if we should trust him, and it doesn't sound like she trusts him. But to be honest, I don't really trust her all that much either. So let's ask this about the scars. Probably not the best choice though, because they're probably a sore subject. But let's get some information from him. 2 things are more dangerous than death in this world, he says, his smile widening. Asking impolite questions of strangers? Yeah, I figured as much. And playing with Numenera you don't fully understand. My error was in the latter category, and I've grown more careful since. So, yeah, he's been playing with stuff he doesn't quite understand, and that's where he got that from. What are those gloves for? Unwelcome, but anticipated complication. He does not elaborate, so he's keeping stuff to his chest as closely as he can. He does so love his ambushes, Castell whispers in your ear ever again. Even though her mouth is closed and she isn't looking at you, he didn't have the gloves when I knew him last. But I'd wager they're connected to the devices in this area, so he's going to use that to his advantage, I bet, if he fights. So, Qorro says, apparently unaware of Castell's intention. The star, have you seen it? Where did this star land? Well, if I knew that, I wouldn't be reduced to harassing noble travelers. I never saw it, you see. My employer did, and thought, who is the most trustworthy team I can send at the moment's notice? Well, I doubt so much that he's trustworthy. He winks. Luckily, they were on another assignment. Yeah, of course, exactly. We were interested and weren't too drunk yet. So, what interests you about this star? Money. How kind of you to ask, Qorro says, clapping his gloved hands together. So few people are interested in the tangled motivations of paid explorers. He spreads his arms as if holding the sky and continues. The world is littered with ruins and fascinating secrets. Trouble is, anyone can claim them. But when something falls from the sky, that's rare, and a man can make his name off such a find. He pauses and then adds, we're also being paid quite handsomely. That helps. Enough chat, I think, he says. And there's no humor in his smile now. Where's the falling star? Truth fell from the sky? Nope, not if we know exactly what his motivations are. I'll be honest with you, I saw the star. No, I don't. We can try deception. I'm also here for the star. Unlike you, I want it and all of its secrets for myself. You're in my way, move, or I'll make you move. So we can either tell him we saw it, but we don't know where it landed, or that we're after it ourselves. If we tell him we're after it, I think that's going to be a fight. If we tell him that we saw it, but we don't know where it landed, he's probably not going to believe us. So that's a hard choice. I'm going to say that we want it ourselves, because that's going to throw off suspicion that we're the star itself. If we're looking for it, then we're competition and not necessarily prey. Intellect. Oh crap. Oh man, this is not going to be easy right here. It's not going to grueling or very hard. Either or is going to be really sucky. Let's try very hard. We failed. Qorro gives you a long, hard look and sighs. It is painfully obvious that you came from the great smoking crater over there. Furthermore, I know every hunter in this city, and I've never seen your face before. Let's be honest with each other. Falling Star, you have two choices here, and both of them are dreadful. I'm gonna kick your butt, though. He holds up a finger. First option, you surrender to us, and we convey you to my employer for, well, experimentation and dissection, frankly. It's not pretty, but there it is. He holds up a second finger. Second option, we kill you and the old man. Try not to kill Castell and bring your body to our employer anyways. Apologies, sweetness. Oh, man. Grim, he whirls on Castell, his face tight with fury. You told him we were here, didn't you? You couldn't resist selling me out one more time. Castell, are you really so paranoid? She sighs in expiration. Darling, she says to Qorro, take your thugs and go home. Otherwise, we'll have to rip you to pieces, and the world is already so untidy. Qorro clenches his gloved fist, and a soft whistling pierces the air. What do you say, Falling Star? Fine, I'll surrender. I'm not going anywhere with you. This is rough, because if we surrender, our two friends won't die. If we don't surrender, they might die. So I'm going to say we're going to fight, even though this is almost certainly going to be death. I don't think we even stand a chance against these guys, but let's just see what happens. What a shame, Qorro, and glances at his companions. Now, okay, well, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so we're locked in. They've gone ahead and removed the bridges. Qorro's turn. He's going first. What is he going to hit me with? Some kind of magic? Okay, so he missed that guy. That's going to work out perfect. Now, what are you going to do? So he's hidden. Oh, crap. That's going to come back to bite me, I know. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now it's my turn. Who's going first? Okay, so it's my dude. It's the last cast off. Let's see. What can I use? Living Tattoos. Energy Flow activated. Next attack difficulty, -3 damage, +3. Next heal grants +3. No, we don't want to use that one. Hide. Creep past your enemies, removed by most actions. Attempt to disappear from sight. I guess we could try that one. Intellect. Let's look at this one. Remove the hidden. Remove the undetected. I think we could do that. That would definitely let us know where that guy is. A brief rest. No, we don't need that. Dazzle. Stunned. Yeah, we want to do that. We want to stun one of these guys. And Healing Touch. We don't need to use that just yet. Okay, so where's my life at on this one? Where is my life? Is it one of these things? No. Is it? Those are my stats. It's not my life. Let's use Dazzle. Can we use it on anybody in this area? I think we can. Let's go ahead and stun this guy. No, we can't stun him. We can't stun anybody, huh? Why can't we stun them? Let's try this again. Maybe I just wasn't clicked. There we go. Challenging, moderate, or easy. Effort, skill. Wow, that uses quite a bit to do that one. Let's go with that. I mean, it's better to succeed than to fail on that one. We missed him. Dang it. Really? Can we not attack now? No, we cannot attack. Okay, what about this? Living tattoos. No, we don't want that. Decreases difficulty on speed task. Can we not do anything? Not with him. What about you? I guess my turn's up, but I can still move around. So let's get back here a little bit. Okay, now it's this guy's turn. Now we can... Actually, it's her turn. So let's go ahead and attack. I want to go with easy or routine. Let's go with routine. There we go. -2 points. How many points does he have? How do we see their health? Oh, we can see it up here at the top. And you can see whose turn is going to be going next, too. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's see. I cannot attack you. I cannot attack you either. So let's move back a little bit. You know, anything to make it more difficult for that invisible guy to come over here and stab us. Oh, no. Oh, nice. You missed me. You suck, dude. Okay, what can I do with you? Tidal Surge. Decreases difficulty on attacks, smite attacks, attack and defense task difficulty. No, let's not do that one. Search. Brief Rest. Hedge Magic. Grant you a little extra panache, +1 bonus to crafting, looting, and deception. No. Attack the defense. 75% all damage dealt double. Let's actually try that. Okay, well, they you know, they got hit apparently. They took some damage on something there. Can we actually attack these guys now? Yes, we can. Okay, we're gonna go with let's go with routine. Let's see if that works. There we go. Oh yes, 13 damage. He is dead. We must get to Qorro's corpse. The device implanted in his arms that he used to deactivate the light bridge is ungoverned. Without his input, the bridge relays are fast becoming overburdened. Gain 30 Shin. Gained item is a crossbow. You know an awful lot about his work. Is this a new trick of yours? She shoots him a deadly glare. Shut up and help disarm it before this entire construct explodes. Okay, so we need to get over here and loot his stuff. How do we loot it? Interact. Unable to do that at this time, so we're going to have to wait. Let's see, can we attack? No, we cannot. So let's move a little closer. We'll end the turn there. Okay, here we go. Qorro, oh god, stay away from me, you... Yeah, we're not going to say that word, but yeah, you get the idea. Okay, can we move now, please? Whoa, what is that? What on earth just happened there? I don't know, but let's see. Can we loot the corpse? Interact? Let's go ahead and interact with the corpse. What is going on over here? Okay, so now I can finally move. Let's get a little closer. We need... Oh, there's the invisible one right there. Interact. We need to get in there and loot that corpse. The strong glass panel embedded in Qorro's forearm is stained in blood. Beneath it, lights and indicators flicker in time with spasms of energy at the deactivated bridge ends. Open the strong glass panel, quick fingers, figure out how to deactivate the device, lore, machinery, lore, mystical. So we're going to go with that one. Although, I don't know if it uses your parties, whoever has the highest skill, or if it uses whoever you're using. And this is not my main guy. He doesn't have these skills, so this may not work very well for him. His intellect is only 3 out of 15. Go with routine. Please, yet succeed. Because of the way the device is attached to Qorro, he's the only one who can deactivate it normally. However, you think you could force a deactivation by smashing the power coupling. So we got to destroy it. You have to open the strong glass panel first, though. Okay, so we got to open that up. Didn't quite get to do it this turn. Interact. Get in there and do it. Let's go ahead and open the strong glass panel. Quick fingers. We want to do... Let's just do challenging. Hopefully, yep, success. You slip a fingernail beneath the panel's edge, slip the latch, and pry it open. The power coupling should be housed about 4 centimeters from Qorro's wrist. That is where you need to direct your next strike. So didn't get it on that one. We're going to get hit here for, 1 damage or something like that. And now we can go ahead and interact and get the last of it done. The device embedded into his arm is still blinking and making an insatiable chirping noise. The strong glass panel has been removed. The power coupling you need to smash should be about 4 centimeters below Qorro's wrist. So let's smash it. Yeah, let's do moderate. I think we'll be able to do it. Success! You bring your fist down precisely where the power coupling should be. The device pops and sizzles, the smell of burning flesh filling your nostrils. Shortly afterwards, the device becomes dark. Freed from Qorro's resistance, the light bridge generates, hums back into life. Okay, so we could run from this, or we could just kill these guys. I'm just gonna kill these guys, to be honest, because I want their loot. Let's see, who can we attack now? Nobody, so that's the end of our turn right there. So let's run over here, get next to everybody. Where are you headed? Oh, he's running away. He doesn't want to be here anymore. I think they're probably all gonna run away. He's gonna try. He's gonna try. Oh, where are you going? No, he's actually still attacking. Wow, they took some damage right there. Okay, so let's see. What can you do with this guy? Moderate, easy, or routine? Let's go with routine. We want to do some damage to him. Wow, he's almost dead. That is perfect. Okay, let's get over here. In the turn. Whose turn is it next? Castell's? Okay. You can just do a moderate amount of damage. You don't need to do a lot. Come on. Oh, did she miss? She missed. You suck. You suck so bad. Okay. Who's left? You're going to do a little bit of damage to my guy, aren't you? No, he missed again. I'm glad they're missing, because, you know, I don't know if I could take a lot of hits from these guys. Challenging or hard? Let's go with hard on this one, because we want to kill this guy. 8 damage, nice. A critical as well. And he's gotten away. Maybe not the best plan. I mean, maybe we should have killed these guys one by one, I think, is the route we should have gone. Routine or easy? Let's go with routine. Yes, 11 damage. Holy crap. When they hit, they hit. Okay, we're going to go with routine as well, because you don't seem to hit very well when you go with the lesser one. 3 damage right there. You guys are dead. And combat is over. That was a fiasco. I hope you learned something, kid. You can't trust her in any reality. Excuse me? Are you suggesting I had something to do with Qorro's plan? Scans thoughts. Oh, I cannot abide his rabbit paranoia a moment longer. Are you suggesting you didn't? An old friend of yours just happens to be waiting for us, armed and outnumbering us, as we return from the greatest find the reef has seen in years. It's too convenient for me. Too convenient by far. They attacked me too, in case you missed that. Well, they didn't kill you. Maybe you intended for them to weaken us so that you could stab us in our sleep tonight. He throws up a hand, forecasting Castell's retort. Look, I don't care. Fact is, I can't trust you anymore, and I wonder why I ever did. This is the last we travel together. I've got enough to worry about without having to watch my back 28 hours a day. You coming, kid, or what? A grin. I really don't think she was trying to betray us. Castell, it was a little too convenient. You're really going to walk away from each other over this? I like the third one, but I also like the first one. I really don't think she was intending to betray us. Let's go with the third one. Oh, this is the last needle that crushed the Indiana. You haven't seen 1/10 of her death. Not 1/20th. She's a backstabbing person, and this mess over here just proves it. Always a paragon of class, Agren. If I did have any intention of betraying you, do you really think I would need Qorro's help? Yet this is the thanks I get for coddling your pain-raddled judgment weakness for so long. I've had enough. She turns to you, child. I'm happy to guide you, but I will not walk another step with this paranoid buffoon. Finally, something we agree on, he growls. Kid, she'll chop your head off and spit down your throat. I'll get you where you need to go, and listen, you sleep at night to boot. It's up to you. Well, he's going to let me sleep at night. That's kind of nice, but I'll go with a grin. I'd rather travel with Castell. Why can't I travel with both of you? Can't you just work it out? I'll be fine on my own. I don't want to travel with either of you. That's probably the choice to go with on that one, but let's see if number 3 works. She burst out in laughter. My dear boy, we have been working it out. A Grimm's petulance, his obscenity, and him in fact drive me away every day. He might be strong, but he's also thick. I dare you to try traveling with him and see how long you endure. Not as long as I have, I'll wager. His face darkens under his or her accusations, but he manages a pained smile. As if you're doing me a favor by staying with me. Do you think I don't see your true self in all of these echoes around you? That's you, Castell. Every facet of you. Hearts haven't changed, just the way you present it. I thought I could help you, but... let's see, I'll be fine on my own. You guys can take your bitter squabbling, somewhere else. A grin. Makes sense. He shoots a look fraught with meaning at Castell. If you change your mind, you can find me in the underbelly. I'll travel around, but I'll keep an ear to the ground for you. At least he's not staying with her, is his thoughts. Castell. Oh, on the other hand, if you prefer a civilized company, you can find me at the Order of Truth. I will be happy to aid your quest. Her face grows still, but do not come with Agram in tow. I will not suffer him again. The feeling's extremely mutual. Wow, these people hate each other. Farewell, child. Come find me. Okay, well, so much the better. I'll take all the loot for myself. let's go ahead and look at these bodies and see if we can get anything off of them. Is it freezing? I think it might be freezing here for a second. There we go. So we got some shin, which I guess is the coin. We got a boulder, an image blocker, and a Verid. Let's take all of it. I don't know what any of that stuff does. We got 2 ciphers, apparently. Let's look at him. He has a crossbow and some more money. We'll definitely take that. Let's see. What do you have, little buddy? There is a shallow depression in the surface here. Oh, I think I clicked on the object and not the actual person. Like many others scattered around the construct, unlike the other energy still pulsing through across this one at random intervals. There is a loose lens at the center of the depression. You think you could redirect it somehow more useful, but it'll be tricky to get to it in between the energy pulses. So redirect the lens to use the protective energy, lower natural quick fingers. I don't know if we have the skill to do that, but we're going to try it out right here. Let's do challenging. Now we'll do this one, moderate. Critical success, yes. Stats spent on effort restored with careful timing. It is easy to twist the lens into what is hopefully a more favorable position. The lens glows, warning of an impending energy pulse. The field of energy extends outwards, and finding a human body encases it entirely in a mystic suit of armor. The energy keeps flowing until the entire body is covered. Then the shallow depression becomes dark and dormant. Okay, so that would have given me, a shield generator, basically, some life to protect myself from those attacks, but I didn't use it in time, so that's just, we're going to miss out on that. The energy pulse have ceased. It seems whatever power was left in there has been spent. Can I not loot this corpse right here? He's the only one I didn't quite get. Yeah, it's just not going to be possible to loot him, so maybe he doesn't have anything on him. Pretty sure he does, and it's just not letting us click on him, unfortunately. Okay, well, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here. I do want to thank you all for watching. If you do enjoy these videos, definitely go up, hit that like button, subscribe. It helps the channel grow more than I can ever say. But more than that, go hit them up on Steam and let them know that you like the video, or not just the video, but the game. Let them know that you, appreciate it. Hit that little review button. Write something, even if it's just, hey, I greatly enjoy this this new sequel, because it does help other people find it, and that's going to help promote games that you enjoy in the future. Again, guys, thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time.